Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. This is Jennifer Norene with Gary Parker. And apparently, he's been graduated to the barbecue boss instead of the pitmaster. So, no more
Yeah.
pitmaster. Hi, Gary. How are you?
Hello. How is everybody out there in Cyberland? You
I'm
having
good.
fun? It's
Ho-
holiday season's here. Christmas is here, right?
Yep. Hopefully, they're full of
Thanksgiving.
barbecue.
Thanksgiving was wonderful. You know, we love taking orders for Christmas. We're not going to be open Christmas Day, but then we'll close early on Christmas Eve, of course, so all the boys can get home to their families. But don't hesitate to give us a call. Put in your pre-order because the door's filling or the schedule's filling up fast.
So, that's the
What is it?
official pitch for catering.
Oh, that's the official. No, that's for the pre-orders. Catering, you can still do that if you're having a Christmas party and you want some barbecue to fill it all out. Just give us a call. We'll do that too.
Alrighty, then. Let me put your
Yeah,
logo up there in the corner. Don't want to do any
barbecue
self
everywhere.
promotion. What's that?
Barbecue everywhere.
Barbecue everywhere. Okay, so we want to talk about philanthropy, which I know we do that a lot on this show, little show we have. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about the roots of Gary's belief in philanthropy and creating a cause related to a business, not only to bring purpose to your life and your business, but just to do a good thing for your community. But Gary, I know the book that you've read, one of the books you've read, because you had me read it when I first met you. But can you tell us about Simon Sinek and the book that you read and how it influenced you?
Oh, Simon Says to understand why, right? To understand your why,
Yeah.
particularly. Um, and so, yeah, this started with me back when I was still an engineering director, right? And when you work in really high ambiguous situations, right, you've got to have something that grounds you. And what I've rallied around for many many years is to understand why you do what you do. And I stumbled across. I'm a big fan of TED Talks, and
Hmm.
this Simon was one of the first ones that I ever found out there on the TED. And it made so much sense, and it's really very simple. To quote him, is most people know what they do. Most people know how they do what they do. Very few people know why they do what they do. They just kind of go through life, or they go through work, and they they just exist. They just go forward. But when you start to ask yourself, why do I do these things, right? What's it for, right? And it kind of puts your mindset in a different path, right? It drives you forward. It now gives you a direction that you're going to go in, right? And so you're not so random in what you do. And so why is really very important, right?
Yeah. So your kind of mantra or your hmm, you think about why. Your motivation is your why.
Yep. Why is very big in my life anyway because I'm an applied scientist, right? So I
Hmm.
don't do theoretical science. I do applied science all my life, right? So things like the word why are really a very good thing for me because that's what I learned in college was that's how to ask why.
Yeah. And so I love how Simon Sinek, because I did listen to the book, um, mostly in the morning while I got ready and just kind of made it a part of my day. But it's a great book for motivation. And what I heard him say was what you just said. So figuring out what your why is for you personally, but also creating a why for your organization and for your
Hmm.
business
Right,
and even for a group of communities, right? So,
right,
because I've seen you as a person be motivated by your why and motivate your team to be motivated by your why. And then
yep,
you have joined with other people with similar whys. And that the obvious thing to me that I see is serving the community,
yep,
providing warm, hot meals for people that may not have that accessible to them,
yep.
and so there's a power and a psychological um, thing that happens when a team is moving together in the same why, right?
That's
Um,
absolutely correct. There's synergy that organizations come to, and so it's part of the root. A lot of people say your boys are always so happy and friendly, and I was like, well, they're proud to be here,
mhm,
right? And so why are they proud to be here? Well, they enjoy the fact that we can go over to the mission and we feed the people. Sometimes we go over there and work the line, while we're feeding
mhm,
folks. They enjoy the fact that we're raising money for the schools, and
mhm,
and they see that come in, week in and week out. They enjoy the like the giving tree from the Lions Club that we have out right now. They enjoy meeting and working with the authors and artists that come in here, right, to take
mhm.
part. There's just a lot of um, there's a lot of fun that comes from that, and a lot of pride, and you don't get that at other places, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of good feelings. And I think that a lot of companies try to tack on something that they're doing to give back, but
Yep.
you've kind of made it. I mean, I know we can talk all about COVID and how that all happened, but you've made your why kind of part of how you're doing business. So,
Yeah,
during
we
COVID
integrated
opening
it.
up. What's
We
that?
integrate it. The
Right,
word
you
is integrate.
integrated it.
We integrate it. We don't just sit there and do it as a sidebar, right? I mean, it's just a
Mhm.
part of the lobby each and every day that goes by.
Yes. And I think it reminds me of how causes are caught, not taught. I
Hmm.
feel like you're doing some of that, and
Yeah,
as opposed to pushing the idea of giving to companies and to individuals, you're giving and you're kind of demonstrating that, and you're hoping that it's caught as an attitude and a part of business. So, yeah.
yeah.
So interesting. I think we both recommend that book, Simon Sinek. I think it's Know Your Why. Um,
Know your why.
and
Yeah, there's
yeah,
several. There's several. That's the first one. He's written
he's
several
written
follow-up
several.
books
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a really good listen or read. You can listen to it on Audible or
Yeah.
read it, and it talks a lot about just exactly kind of who Gary Parker has been in the community.
Mhm.
Someone with a personal why that's brought that to his company and is spreading that into the community. So,
Yeah.
and it also happens to be really good for business because
It
people
is.
tend to be loyal to businesses that they have received from or that they see giving to things they believe in as well.
Well, I think that's a bigger point too, right? And if you think about today, right, today's environments and stuff like that, I think people understand how expensive things are, and if they don't, they're finding out how expensive things are going with all the inflation and stuff's going on. And fundamentally, they really want their dollar to go further than just a unnecessary spend. And what do I mean by that? What am I trying to
Well,
say?
oh yeah,
I
no, I
mean,
know what you're saying. Yes.
when you walk up and you got $5 in your pocket and you're gonna go buy a sandwich, right? Well, that $5 can be just for the sandwich, and you walk out, and it's kind of like, all right, well, yeah, simple transaction. Or you can feel better about spending that $5 if you know a portion of it's going, you know, going over here to this charity, or to go help your local school, or to go help, solve a homeless problem, or whatever it is you're trying to do, right? At the time, and so people resonate around that. They like supporting people
Mhm.
that will do that, and that's the reason I continue in my talks as I go around. Um, I advocate this for other small business. It's not about the quantity of money, right, that you raise, because some, honestly, some are bigger than others, right? It's a matter of just doing it, and integrating it into what your business is. And I can testify. People find it out. They walk in here and they talk to me in the office and stuff, and say how much they appreciate what we do, and just to keep the community solid, right? And you're recognized then as a business owner that it's meaningful, and a contributor to the to the economy of where you're living. So
Yes,
I encourage other small businesses.
and to the personality of the community. I mean, I think that you know, um, Gig Harbor is known as a community that gives back into the those in need, and
Yeah,
I think that you're a part of that, and you've become a part of that more as an individual, but also as a business. So
right.
it's all good stuff. So I want to leave time today because I know you have some news, some things you want to announce. So
Yeah.
kind of amazing. I'm going to go ahead and put our little banner on the screen so
Okay.
you can.
That's cool. Yeah. So for those who haven't heard, we now have barbecue. We call it BBQ2U Express,
Ah,
and we're up in Bremerton. We right now, as we've kind of soft opened this environment, um, we're doing lunches 3 days a week. That's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in Bremerton. It's at the address is there, but it's 206 Burwell Street. We're right
oh,
around the
it's
corner.
no, I've got the wrong ones.
I
206.
was about to say you need to fix that.
Sorry
It's
about that.
206
Okay.
Burwell Street. That's
Okay.
also in the same building as Little Boston Pizza, which is my pizza place that I have. And so now we've introduced into downtown Bremerton, right by the shipyard, a new food choice, and we're trying to get the word out that we're going to be there. And like I said, we're just starting out, so we're only doing Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays right now. What we do going forward is based off the feedback of the customers that come in for the barbecue. I'm not opposed to doing Monday through Friday lunch. I'm not opposed to staying later. What we're trying to do is just not assume, what the area wants or needs, right? And we're trying to get the feedback right, and we'll align our schedule and our product set that we're doing there at the Express to meet meet the needs of what downtown Bremerton type folks would want, right? So
So if you think you might want to eat at Barbecue Express, BBQ2U Express, this
mhm.
month is the time to do it because Gary's using it as a way to plan for January and February and March. So
That's
get
right.
on down there at least once if you think you're going to be going at
Yeah,
all, because he wants to serve Monday through Friday and stay the full hours the whole bit, but he has to
yeah,
kind of make have that make sense for the
yeah,
business. So
yeah.
what caused you to make that decision, Gary?
I would just try. We're always trying to expand. We're always trying new things, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to get our product out to as many people as possible. We
Mm-hmm.
also have quite a few people that come to Gig Harbor from Bremerton, right? We have quite a few people that work at the Bremerton shipyard that live down here in the Gig Harbor area, right? That are close
Mm-hmm.
by.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I've been asked several times, when are you gonna put something up north, right? So we're trying to do that. We're being cautious a little bit, maybe too cautious, but we're going to be cautious and we're going to step out there, and we're going to try to develop this little downtown area, right? And make it make it grow and make it right.
Yeah, so you said earlier before when we were talking that there's going to be now obviously the pizza, the barbecue that you're adding, and then there's a bakery opening next door,
Yeah,
right? And you're
yeah,
serving other than non-alcoholic beverages, which is great.
yeah.
And you're
So
you're located there right across the street from the shipyard, super convenient for shipyard employees. So
yeah. By the way, we
yeah,
do have beer. We have beer there, beer and ciders, right? At that location, just like and we'll have the Shiner Bock and the Southern beers that I carry here. We'll have those up there, right?
hmm,
We serve those with pizza all the time too, you
yeah,
know.
that's great.
But
Yep.
we have that.
Nice. Well, so what else is going on? What philanthropy are you doing in the month of December? I know that you did
Um,
Tacoma Rescue Mission.
yeah, we did a big one with Miss Maritime, where we did. I think it was a full. I mean, yeah, I think it was a full 2 weeks. I can't remember.
Hmm.
Where we did because yeah, one week was blankets and blanket collection. The second week was coats and gloves, and we set them right up by by the line, and they had a great time. Miss Maritime was here, and she would talk to people and tell her what she's doing, and because it was really in support of her effort to support the rescue mission. And of course, we're already with the rescue mission because we donate all our a lot of our meats and stuff over to them. I make hamburger for them, and donate all that stuff. So we were synergy there. We got we have I think it's Hosanna. I'm looking out there at the sign. I think we have Hosanna school in right now, and they're just about to finish their week. I think they're the second time that they've been in. Um, we've got the Lions Club gift tree running out here. Where that's where you come in, you grab the little tag for some underprivileged person that's made a wish, right? And you run out
Hmm.
and you go buy it, and then I've got great big boxes over there for folks to bring the gifts back. Be sure the tag stays with it, and the Lions Club is helping us with that. Um, we have
Very
uh,
fun.
we have the authors here, and then we also have on Fridays. We're trying this year. On Fridays, in the place where the authors usually are, we have the makers come in. These are local craftspeople who are, we had one person that did bird feeders. We've got another one that made those custom pins, that you make on lathes. We've had another lady that's done some really fancy knitting and crocheting for hats and gloves and mittens and this kind of stuff. So they come in for Friday only right now the way it's set up, and I'm trying to remember who comes in this week. I apologize. I didn't look before we
So
started this.
Friday, I can put that
Um,
up here. Friday only is going to be makers,
yeah,
and
the
the
makers,
school you're
and
supporting is Asana.
yeah, the school is Osana, I believe, and I'm not sure who comes in next week. The school thing it runs all the time, so Um,
Mhm.
I don't necessarily know which one's out there all the time. Miss
Well,
Lucy
that's okay.
handles all those things for us.
That's a great thing that it's happening. So I'm going to put that up here.
Mhm.
So if you want to donate to a local school, you can put your receipt in the bucket. Or if you want
Yep.
to see the makers, the artisans in the community, you can come in
Yep.
on Friday. I know that I've continued to see Larry Fowler with his book in your lobby, and I know other authors have been there as
Yep.
well. So super fun. I love
Oh
seeing
yeah.
that they're independently
And Bob
promoting.
Ingram or Baseball Bob was here all weekend. He's a lot of fun.
Mhm,
If you guys haven't come in to meet Baseball Bob, his name is Bob Ingram, Robert Ingram, but I call him Baseball Bob, and he's just a
mhm.
hoot. If you guys haven't, and if you got a young baseball player in your family and you're looking for a stocking stuffer, his book would really be fun, right? To think about including, you know.
Yep, I came in and met Bob one day. He does. His books are super interesting and fun. I
Yep.
agree.
Yeah, we've got I'm gonna feel silly. Um, Denise is here this week. I think today's her last day because Maker's come in tomorrow, and she's the one who's done all that research about World War II vets, and she's written a really awesome book on that. And so she's been here all week visiting with us today, or visiting with
Hmm.
us this week as well. And like I said, I'm not real sure who's on the. We got some new authors coming in. The reason I'm stuttering a little bit is because there's an authors group now that Larry and Miss Lucy have coordinated with, and so there's a bunch of new names that are floating around in my head that I'm not accustomed to right now. So I stutter a little bit.
Yeah, we can get a list up on the on your social media. That's not hard to do. And yeah, so going into, I just want to make sure we remind them one more time before we wrap up and talk about January. For December, if you're ordering brisket or food for Christmas, you won't be taking orders past the week of Christmas. So past the
No, no,
20th.
no. Well, so the coming section. So for Christmas, we'll probably cut off at the beginning of the week, right?
Okay.
So probably Monday or Tuesday is when we'll cut that off, so we make sure that
Okay.
we have time to cook everything.
Hmm.
The orders will immediately open back up for New Year's, right? And we'll run
Okay.
that for a short time, because people sometimes like the barbecue for the New Year's Day celebration. In addition,
Hmm.
especially the turkey comes back into favor. We do not do ham. We're working on doing that in the future, but right now we don't do any ham. So it's turkey and our normal offerings is what we have for New Year's.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm updating our ticker.
Yep, there you go.
All right. Well, what else do you want to tell them
Yeah.
before we wrap up here?
Um, Nothing other than everybody have a Merry Christmas. We've made it through this crazy 2021, and let's have some fun. Let's enjoy each other's company, and let's get busy on 2022. Right.
Yep. Make it a better one. Sounds good. Thanks, Gary. We'll talk
All right.
again.
See you soon. Bye.